strike the ball. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball in the hole for a base hit. Nice job by Paul. Good leadoff man for this Berrien Abbott
He's
team.
done well for them all year.
Okay, John Pandelides now the hitter for John, his brother Brian, the 2-3 combination for this team. Good speed, both, and good power. This is a team with a lot of speed, especially at the top of the lineup. Rob's pitch in for a ball. Again, as much in the first game, the outfielders having to play deep. There's a shot to left center field. Scott Rhodes there to make the play. Paul thought about tagging and didn't.
It's a smart move.
And there's one down. Nice catch by Scott. That'll bring up Brian Pandelides. Brian's
batting .447 in the season.
Brian, a guy who can hit the ball deep, and again, a guy with good speed. A lot of these Berrien Abbott players, the same scouting report basically. They have good speed, and they run the bases aggressively. The first pitch was a strike from Rob. Rob's 0-1 pitch, just missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, both teams competing along with Headley's and won the first game. A lot of competition right behind Truck for positioning. Paul heading on his way to third. Ball fumbled in left field, and Paul will stay at third.
You don't see that often at a nude out there.
Might have had a chance to score there, but again, smart base running by Berrien Abbott. Don't want to run into an out. TJ Place, the hitter now. TJ with good power to all fields. Berrien Abbott missing their number 1 power hitter, though. Jason not here tonight, so they're missing their cleanup guy. TJ moving into that spot. Again, a guy with good power to all fields. And Augie's first pitch in for Rob's first pitch in for a strike. Excuse me.
Augie pitches for the other team.
There's a 1 ball, 1 strike.
Actually, Augie's playing catcher tonight.
Yeah, he's catching. And TJ
will rocket up the middle.
That'll score 2 runs. As Brian will jog home from second. So Berrien Abbott, like they do in a lot of games, getting the early jump, scoring runs early.
They've done that to teams all year, especially us.
Replay of the hit.
As the replay of that base hit. Again, with the outfielders playing so deep, if you have speed, you're able to
steal a base on them.
Yeah, easily. Paul Berry, the left fielder, takes first pitch for a strike. Paul, one of the leaders of the team. And Paul flies. I was going to say Paul is one of the sponsors of the team. I finally get that out, along with Tom Abbott. Paul flying to left field. There's 2 down. TJ didn't tag on that. Dan Wall, the pitcher, now up.
Danny's a tough hitter. He's batting .457 on the season.
Good start again tonight, though, for Berrien Abbott, a team that gets the early runs. Dan, a good hitter to all fields. And that pitch just missed, apparently, is hit umpire Jimmy Spear apparently called that a ball. There's a shot deep to left field. That ball may have out of here, and it's foul.
Oh, foul by a nose here.
That was a nice, excellent shot there by Dan, but just couldn't get the English to hook it back inside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Dan. Once again, this division, very competitive. So anybody on any given night seems to be able to win.
Just depends what team shows up.
Team shows up. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Dan. TJ plays at first, 2 out. There's a shot down third off Tim Reed's glove. TJ will make his way to third. Dan, good speed into second. Throw to second, not in time, and Berrien Abbott runners at third and second. And rocket off Tim's glove.
Once again, these base runners keep their heads up around these pads, and they can take a base at any time.
Here's Eric Waters. Eric, again, good power to left center field.
Yeah, Eric's batting .467 on the season.
Chance here for a big inning here for Berrien Abbott. And Eric with a line drive base hit to left center field. Dan Wall will probably not stop at third. He doesn't. And 2 more runs score. Throw to first, not in time.
That's a good piece of hitting there.
And Eric delivering again the big 2-out single. You need to get those 2-out singles. Here's Paul Stolenberg.
There's that hit. It's a little late, so just let it go.
Oh, he's going to show us a replay. We're going to... And that pitch over for a strike to Paul Stolzenberg.
Don't tap your pens.
I'll fix that. Paul with a fly ball to left field. Jason Newton under it and makes the play. But Barry and Abbott do the damage in the top of the first, scoring 4 runs. So New England Pizza comes up in the bottom of the first inning, trailing 4-0. Pizza on the season. Pizza on the season with a record of 11 wins and 9 losses. Scott Rhodes will lead off for New England, followed by Jason Newton and the pitcher left fielder and the pitcher Rob Fortier. Pitching tonight for Barry and Abbott will be Dan Wall.
Danny's a tough pitcher out there.
And we got it. Again, this is big for any team that's down the runs early to get some runs back in their half of the first inning.
It's important to come back and answer here with at least a couple.
As Headley's did in game 1, rallying to win game 1 by getting some runs late. You have to score runs
to win the ball game.
You can't be having goose eggs and can't have goose eggs in this league and be expected to win. You've got to put runs on the board. Most of the time you have to score double-digit runs in this league to win. Some nights you're able to get away without doing that, but most nights you have to put runs on the board.
You got to keep putting them crooked numbers up there.
Scott Rhodes, who's the manager of New England, will lead off, the left center fielder. First pitch for a strike. Scott with great speed.
He's batting .516 in the season.
And hit the fly ball to right center field. Paul Satchfield running back and making the play.
Routine.
Nice play by Paul, and there's 1 out. Here's the left fielder, Jason Newton, who's been hitting the ball very consistently for New England this year.
Newt's a good all-fields hitter.
That's a big first out. Gets Barry and Abbott on the board quickly with an out. And that pitch just missed, apparently. It looked like it was a strike from up here, but it just missed. 1-0 pitch in, and that's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Barry and Abbott, a team that plays fair, as well. Most teams playing fairly deep. There's a line drive to short, and Brian Panelides makes the play. 2 down now in the Pizza first. Now bring up the pitcher, Rob Fortier. Rob also got good power to left and left center field. Good start here tonight for...
Rob's leading his team in batting this year so far.
Yeah, Rob's...
.583, I believe.
This is a good start, Howard. This is a good start for, Barry and Abbott. Anytime you can score runs in the first and then shut your opponents down.
They're tough to beat if you don't come back and score a couple on them.
That's the pitch missing inside. 2 balls, no strikes.
Usually when they play us, they pour it right on us early.
The 2-0 pitch, and that's a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. A lot of hitters tonight getting that first strike before they're swinging. 2-1 pitch rides away. 3 balls, 1 strike. Timmy Reed on deck for New England. 3-1 pitch, and that's a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Dan working the count. Now the 3-2 pitch. That's a line drive base at the left field. So Rob gets on with 2 out to keep Pizza alive here in the top of the first, and the cleanup man, the third baseman, Timmy Reed, now the hitter. Tim, a guy who can cut this lead in half. Yeah, he's going to show. That was just a line drive base at the left field. Nice hit there by... Now Tim, a guy, like I said, who can cut the lead in half here with 1 swing.
Timmy Reed can put the ball out here at any time. He's got 8 dingers on the season so far.
There's a fly ball, and that may be...
That might be the
number
9th.
9 right there, and that will be.
That will be.
Number 9.
That's a big hit out of Tim there.
That
gets New England right back in the game.
And Tim makes the announce crew look very good by
backing that call up.
By hitting a home run. Probably have to buy Tim a couple of cold ones after that one. He makes us look real good. And here's a guy who told us he was going deep tonight.
Normally the pitcher for New England.
Yeah, they're going to show the home run here. And did a fine hit by Tim. That's a line drive right off Dan's shoulder. As we didn't see that, but the ball, as we're showing the replay, but Dan Hall just caught a line drive off the shoulder.
As you can see, being playing pitcher out here in this slow pitch softball league is a tough position.
We've had a lot of pitchers who Here's another shot of the home run, which we missed it the last time. See, the ball hit very well by Tim, and Tim was
Deep center field.
done that a lot in his career here.
That'll be 9 in the season for Tim.
All right, here's the third baseman, Gil Coleman. Or, excuse me, not the third baseman. Gil's, I don't know, I have to check where Gil's playing now. Gil usually plays third.
Usually.
There's a fly ball by Gil to left field. Paul Berry's got room, and he makes the play. But Tim Reed's home run
cuts that lead right in half.
Cut it in half. So after the first inning, it's Berry and Abbott 4 and New England 2.
Mike's Small Engine is located on Route 11 in Farmington. Featuring Ingersoll tractors, the tractor of a lifetime, complete with lifetime warranty and the White brand of riding tractors and mowers. Mike's Small Engine also carries a full line of Tanaka trimmers and blowers. And at Mike's, there are shelves packed with parts for just about every brand of small engine on the market. Come in and see how well you are treated. Don't forget that they service and repair small engines with a 7 to 14-day turnaround. It's Mike's Small Engine, Route 11 in Farmington.
Okay, we're going now to the top of the second inning. And Tom Abbott, who's the other sponsor of Berry and Abbott, will lead off for Berry and Abbott. Be followed by Paul Satchfield in the top of the order, Paul Ducharme. Berry and Abbott with a 2-run lead here as we start the second inning. And Tom hits the first pitch in the left field for a base hit.
Once again with that leadoff man on, that's important.
Boy, Tom has really been picking it up the last couple of weeks. The bat is starting to get very hot for him. Paul Satchfield now, the right center fielder. Again, good power to all fields. And Paul hits a line drive to left center field. That'll fall in for a base hit. And Berry and Abbott on the go again, 2 on, nobody out. And that'll bring up Paul Ducharme. Paul got a base hit his first time up to left field, and he scored the game's first run. So a chance for Berry and Abbott again here, Jamie, to put together another big inning.
Those crooked runs always help.
See how aggressive Berry and Abbott will be on the bases. If there's a base hit, there's a fly ball to left field. Jason Newton there to make the play. Tom will tag up and go to third. A bad throw at second. That allows Paul to move up. So
once again, showing off the arm out there, but you got to be on target.
Without the benefit of a base hit, Berry and Abbott move up 2 base runners. So now have runners at third and second, 1 out, and John Pandelides will now step in. John hit a line drive to left center field his first time up. So third and second, 1 out here for Berry and Abbott. Again, a chance to pick up a couple of runs, or at least 1 run. If John can just hit a fly ball, they can pick up 1 run. Ball 2. Obviously, you do not want to walk in this situation.
You got a chance to get a couple of them guys home. You got to take it.
And that's ball 3. We have 3 balls, no strikes on John. He'll be looking at least 1 here. And that's ball 4. So John won't have to look at more than 1 as he gets ball 4. That loads the bases. And now Brian Pandelides is now the hitter. Brian got a single his first time up, and he hits another base at the left center field. That'll score 2 runs. Tom Abbott and Paul Satchfield score. And Brian's hanging himself up intentionally so he can score another run. Some very heads-up play by Brian here, because they just got another run out of it, and Brian managed to do a nice job.
Still caught up in the run.
Still caught up in the rundown. They finally get him at first, but another run scored. The eyes right there. He got picked off himself eventually, but allowed his brother to score, which allowed them to pick up another run. Score now 7-2. 2 out, and the batter is T.J. Place. T.J. had a single, 2 RBIs his first time up. As Pizza got caught really not seeing what was happening, and Brian knew what he was doing, and he held it up and forced the run down and allowed another run to score.
That's a good piece of 2-out hitting by T.J. there.
Once again,
Berry and Abbott putting the pressure on.
Berry and Abbott with no let-up. Paul Berry there. Paul fly to left his first time up. At this point in the game, it's a little pressure now being put on Pizza here to respond in their half of the second. It's another 3 spot here by Berry and Abbott. First pitch a strike. Again, smart base running. If you weren't, you would have thought that Brian had made a mistake, but Brian knew what he was doing all along, and he picked up his team another run. There's a line drive by Paul into left field. That'll drop in for a hit. And TJ will hold at second. No sense running into an out. Now we have runners at first and second, 2 down.
Once again, Barry Abbott, good job at the plate with 2 outs here.
And I'll bring up Dan Wall. He had a double his first time up, scored a run. And again, Barry Abbott showing what you really, what you have to do, Jamie. You have to score runs, and
that's the ball game.
The more runs you score, the more pressure it puts on the other team, and they have to respond. If they don't respond, you can widen the gap in a real big hurry. And Dan Wall swings, hits a foul ball. He was going for the downs that would look like there.
I think he was going for the river there.
Yeah, he hit a home run his first time up. Unfortunately for him, it went foul. That's a shot right at Rob, and a nice play. And Rob saved himself on that play. But another good inning, though, for Barry and Abbott. 3 more runs. So after an inning and a half now, Barry and Abbott with a 7-2 lead. We're talking about the C's in game 1. Jamie, obviously Jack plays in the B, so he probably doesn't see as many games, but...
Yeah, Jack sees a number of them. Jack is a very, very talented ball player.
But you guys, by playing in the C's, it's a much more competitive division this year than it's been in the past, and you guys are a good example of that. So is Red Hook, teams that been up and down a little bit, but when you play at your best, you're right in the game with a chance to win. And Red Hook, though they've been struggling,
it's a tough division this year.
Gave you guys a good battle tonight, and they've been struggling. You've struggled at times this year, but then you come back the next game and played well. So I think it's anybody's race in the playoffs.
I think right about now, Truck's still the team to beat, though.
Scott Reed's going to lead off here for New England in the bottom of the second. Scott hit the first ball swinging, fly ball to right field. TJ Place going back, and he makes the play. That's a 1 pitch, 1 out, and that, of course, is in baseball would help the pitcher. In softball, it doesn't really matter too much, but get that first out.
First out is always a big one.
Mike Botsanski, the hitter now for New England. Mike's been with this team many years. A lot of these guys have been with this same team for many years. Mike, a solid hitter. Likes to hit the ball through the middle. Takes a pitch of the plate. As I said in the first game, the ball hits the plate, gets a ball automatically, and the pitch just missing. 2 balls, 1 strike. Mike needs to get on here any way he can to get a little go for New England. There's a bouncer to third. Nice. Oh, John couldn't come up with it.
That might be the break that helps New England out here. They need something to get them going.
That was a play where both Panelides brothers going for the ball. John cut Brian off, and if he would have come up with the ball cleanly, probably would have been able to make the play at first. Hey, here's the first baseman, Steve Hudson. Steve had a home run his last game here, and he's been hitting the ball well recently as well. And again, you've got to be ready tonight. The pitchers have been throwing strikes there on the first pitch consistently.
Danny's a good one for that quick pitch.
And strike 2.
You got to pay attention when you're in that box.
No balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2 just missed inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's a tough pitch to take.
And the 1-2 just short. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now Dan's had his chance to waste a couple. Now he'll come back and try to get him here. Has a hot shot to third. John makes the stop. They go to the short way, and they get the out at second. Good play by John. No chance to turn the double play. But they were able to get the force, taking out the lead man. So now there's 2 down. And the batter's the shortstop, Paul Belleville.
Look at that.
Yeah, there's a replay. See John just knock it down. He only
That's why they call third base the hot corner.
Absolutely. I know I had one off the ankle during the state tournament, so I know how that.
Yes, you did.
How that feels. That's strike 1 to Paul. Paul, a good hitter through the middle. There's a nice stop by Dan at short. Pitching, to knock it down. Brian makes the play, and that ends the inning. So that's a real good inning for Barry and Abbott because they get 3. They don't give up any. So after 2 innings of play here, Barry and Abbott with a 7-2 lead. And
Peach is finding themselves deeper and deeper in the hole here. They need to find something to break out.
This is the last one there.
Yeah, the replay of the last play. Jamie, as you see the last play, nice stop there by Dan. Dan knocked it down to Brian, and Brian just went the short way for the easy out. That was Eric, good hitter to the, especially the left center field. There's a fly ball to left center field, but Scott Rhodes has plenty of room, and he makes the play. Obviously, as Jamie knows, if you can also stop an opponent after you don't score, and if you can hold them, that gives you a little life as well. Gives you a chance to
That's a big boost for the team. If you can hold them at bay, come back and hopefully get a couple more in your rounds of inning.
Oh, there's a boot at second by Gil Cohen, and Paul Stolenberg is on.
Right there, those errors right there will take the wind right out of your sail.
So Paul, and then he hit, okay, I was going to show you. All right, Paul is on first, and now Tom Abbott's up. Tom had a single to start the 3-run second inning for Barry and Abbott. Chance here. Pizza needs to make some plays, and when you let the bottom of the lineup get on, that gives the top hitters more of a chance, more at-bats. There's another base hit for Tom. Tom just serving one out there, and Stolzenberg, excuse me. Get Paul's name right. Is at second now, and once again, it's that bottom of the lineup for Barry and Abbott that are getting on. First and second, one out.
The bottom of the lineup for Barry and Abbott, they've been doing that all season.
Paul Satchfield now the hitter. Paul had a single and scored as well last inning. We're mentioning that in game one, where if the bottom light gets on,
it's a big boost.
It gives the top those extra at-bats, and that's why they're at the top. And if they get those extra at-bats, the team even wins more games. Paul took a strike in the first pitch, then lines a base in a right center field. Stolenberg will be, he'll roll a good base running there by Paul.
Smart base running, that's a heads-up play.
Paul able to score RBI for Satchfield, and that makes it 8-2 now. So Paul with a couple of hits, Tom Abbott with a couple of hits. You've got 3 RBIs from the bottom of the lineup so far tonight. Third inning, third at bat for Paul Ducharme. Paul singled in the first and flied to left in the second. First pitch in for a strike. Once again, it's a tough situation. New England needs to hold the fort here this inning, or have to score in their half of the third. Otherwise, as Jamie knows and all the teams know, if you get that dreaded 12-run rule, and you don't like that to happen. There's a base hit. Tom will be he'll be held at third this time. Tom probably not as fast as some of the other players. They decided to hold him here, though I think they probably could have sent him. Because I don't know if Pizza, if they knew he was going for sure, if Tom would have gone right away, he probably would have scored. Well, now John's up with the bases loaded. John flied to left center and walked. Chance for a big inning for Barry and Abbott right here. A chance to really blow this thing open.
Any kind of a gap shot here will clear the bases.
That's right, everybody.
They got speed on first.
Looking for a 3 spot here, as Jamie said, with a gap, or you can get a 3 spot. 1 ball, 1 strike. John apparently didn't like the call. Either there was a vulture flying around, because there's a shot, hit off Rob's glove, and past Beliveau at short. This will score 2. Paul never stopped running. Good play by Satchfield there. Good heads-up play. Never stopped running. Was able to score. That makes the score 10-2 now. And Paul Ducharme also not stopping on the play. Well, Jamie was right. They got 2 of the 3 runs in. Again, it's just hustling, aggressive base running by Barry and Abbott, and they do that all the time. Brian Pantelidis up. They'll drop in for a base hit. That'll score Paul Ducharme. There's so many Pauls in this team, you have to say which one you're talking about. Paul Ducharme scores to make it 11-2, an RBI single.
Once again, we'll have to go back to that era at second base. One bloop play, and it seems to wake up the bats for the other team, and a couple hits here and there, and next thing you know it, you're 12 runs down.
And suddenly, they a chance to be 12 runs down if TJ can unload a 3-run homer right here, and certainly he's hit home runs this season, so he's capable of putting 3 more on the board right here.
And that could be it.
And the announcers have been all over these home runs. Oh, no, that one was short of the fence. John scoring from second, Brian going to third. Throw back to third, no, did not get him. And a double and another RBI for TJ Place.
There's a replay. Once again, a piece of timely hitting there by TJ.
That makes the score 12-2. We have runners at third and second, 1 out. And Paul Berry, who got a base hit his last time, fly to left and singled. There's a pop fly. This is not an infield fly rule because runners are at third and second. Nice. Paul dropped the ball. Paul had it, dropped it. Throw back to second, not in time. Brian scores. That's going to give Paul a base hit, because that's a fairly tough play. Paul was kind of in no man's land there. That's going to be a base hit.
That's a tough ball for that second baseman to go out and try. As you see, get turned around, and it's tough.
TJ couldn't go anywhere because he couldn't really see the ball. Dan Wall now the hitter. And we have runners at second and first, still one out. And again, Barry Abbott with the big inning. There's a fly ball to left center field. This one should be caught by Newton. No advance by the runner, so TJ bluffed it, but really was not even thinking about going. There's two out now. And they batted around. Barry Abbott has, and that's not usually a good sign when you bat around an inning with a team trailing. As Eric coming up for the second time this inning. Eric flied to left center to lead off the 6-run inning. That pitch is high, but Eric took a shot at it, hit it deep to left field, and Eric just put 3 more on the board for Barry and Abbott. 3-run homer here by Barry and Abbott. 16. So Eric making up for his fly ball. Hit a fly ball as well this time, but this time it left the yard. 3-run homer for Eric.
Eric's a big guy,
We got a replay coming up of Eric.
He turns in that ball and he gets out of here in a hurry.
We'll have a replay here of Eric's home run. He kind of tomahawked this ball a bit, but he's got some power, and he hit the ball deep and gone. Big hit there for Eric with 2 out. Paul Stolzenberg, the hitter now. Paul's second at bat this inning, and he hits a line drive.
I tell you, it's contagious.
Paul a good hitter, much like Rich Skelzer in Game 1. Just those hard line drives on the green. That's all you have to do. Tom Abbott 2 for 2 tonight. 1 for 1 this inning as they batted around. And Barry Abbott certainly putting some distance now in this game.
They can't seem to do anything wrong here.
And the pitch was a ball to hit the plate. Big inning here, and this is what you want when you've got the lead, boy, and you can have another big inning on top of that. Really putting the pressure on Pizza now. There's a ground ball to third. That's going to go far. Tom's having a good night. It's as Jamie said, and it's true. If you watch enough of these games, it's when the floodgates open. It seems everybody can get a hit, boy. When you're having a big inning, it seems everybody gets on, no matter how poorly they're doing, or how good they're doing. Everybody seems to get it going at the same inning. Tom ends the inning with a fly ball, but a lot of runs. A 9-run inning for Barry and Abbott.
Dr. Mark Ellis has been practicing chiropractic in Rochester for more than 16 years, performing more than 250,000 spinal adjustments, and is located a half mile from downtown Rochester in a casual home-like setting. Open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with emergency appointments available. Dr. Ellis will listen to you, remember you, and speak to you from his heart. Examinations, x-rays, and treatments for anyone from 2 to 90. Call him today, Dr. Mark Ellis in Rochester.
Okay, here we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. New England now needs to do some work. They're down 16-2. Rob Hansen will lead off for New England.
They got a long climb ahead of us.
Pitch for a ball.
No better time than right now to start.
Hey, New England needs just to get 3 or 4 runs this inning, have a couple of stops, and work their way back into the game. New England won a game here the other night against Rochester Truck, the league leader. Lost a game in the bottom of the 7th to the league leader, Rochester Truck. So they've been up and down a little bit like most teams. Right. I was told by our main man that I had to score. I made a mistake, and I knew it when I said it. There's a ground ball back to the mound. Dan throws to first in time. Made Paul do a little acrobat at first, but
that was one hell of a game that Pizza played.
That was the best. I'm talking to my Jamie Porman doing our work tonight, and he and I are talking about the other night's game with Truck winning the game in the bottom of the 7th. Game it was playoff intensity, and the wildest game I think we've had down here this year.
It's going to be whoever had the last at bats, and we had the last at bat.
That's right. And Jamie's telling me now, we had the last at bat, and we needed it. So Scott Rhodes leading leadoff man, hitting for the 2nd time. Scott flied out his first time up. Pitch deep, ball 1. Dan just wants to throw strikes now. And that's a nice pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sometimes, though, it's tough to play when you're this far down, though. It's a little disheartening. We're not going to... Jamie's been there a couple of times this year, and everybody in the league is there on occasion.
The key here is just to stay together and stay focused and try to chip away. You don't need it all at once, but if you get a couple here and you hold them, it'll get your team going a little bit more, and hopefully the floodgates open up.
Every team usually has a up and down game during the course of the year. There's a fly ball to right. This could be trouble. Now TJ and Eric kind of weren't quite sure. TJ was a little too deep, and Eric just couldn't get out there to get it. So Scott's able. That may be, as Jamie said, that may be the floodgate opener for New England right there. That could have been an out. Instead, it drops in for a hit. Jason Newton up. He had a line drive to shortstop his first time up. Pizza really needs to score this inning. They really cannot. They go a goose egg this inning, and we could be looking at a 5-inning game here unless they can, if they have another goose egg. That pitch hit the plate for a ball. Obviously, if you're Barry Abbott, you just really want to keep the pressure on. Pitch missing.
One thing about Pizza, as I know, playing them a few times this season, they are capable of putting a lot of numbers up there in one inning.
That's right. And right now would be that inning. Ooh, that pitch looked a little deep, but Jimmy called it a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. Fly ball to left center field. Going back and
misread it.
Paul misplayed that ball a little bit here. Ryan made a smart play, run the ball in. So
there's one more there. That could be it. That could be the one that helps him get going here.
Runners now at third and second. Only 1 out. So that's big that was big for Jason right there to get that hit, because they need any spark they can get right now.
They need a solid base hit here by Rob.
There's the replay of the ball hit by Jason. Paul just missed it. Paul just a little. He almost had that. 1 ball, no strikes to Rob. But Rob needs more than a sacrifice fly though here. He has to get a base hit. There's a fly ball to left field. That'll get 1 run home. Paul Berry makes the play in left. Jason holds at second. Smart play, obviously, when you're that far down. Sacrifice fly and an RBI for Rob. Now there's 2 out, and now Timmy Reed, who probably could use another home run right here, even though that would be their second. They probably could use it right here.
It's as 13 runs right now. A home run would give him a boost. 12 runs.
2 outs, I mean. Got 1. Okay. Timmy,
that could be it.
Yeah, that could be Timmy's second of the game.
And it will be.
Yeah.
Timmy hits the ball a ton. Timmy played with Rochester Truck in the D States a few weekends ago. He hit the ball real well for them.
And if we still had our Molson player of the game, he would probably be in a position to win that right now. But
Timmy's a big guy. As you can see, he turns on the ball, and there's no doubt once it leaves the bat.
A couple of home runs and 4 RBIs. Obviously now, though, Augie Bick cannot live up to the promise of hitting a home run for us, because that would be an out if he hits one out. So, Augie, you're going to have to keep it. Just going to have to keep it in the park now this time. You can't hit the home run. You promised us before the game. But Jamie and I, you promised us you'd hit one out. But
I'd
now,
still like to see it.
Yeah, we'd still like to see it anyways. Even though it's an out, we'd still like to see it. That's a ground ball base hit through the middle by Augie. So that keeps the inning alive for Pizza.
Pizza's got a life here. They need a couple more hits, and they're right back in this game.
Gil Colin up now. Gil flied to left his first time up. Tim Reed will probably see this broadcast and will probably tell me that Gil hasn't played third here for many years. I was so used to having him play third that I just forgotten about it. He plays second now. Ball 1 to Gil. There's a fly ball to left field. Paul Berry's may have some room in the corner, and he can't make the play. 1 ball, 1 strike. This would be big for Gil to get a base hit right here, because Scott Reed could come up and drive in another run, give them a 4 or 5, potentially 4 or 5 run inning.
One thing I've noticed about Gil this year, he's a very smart ball player. He's a good heads-up player. You need a couple of those in your team.
In this league, and the ice cream man's in left center field, but I don't think he'll get much business at the ballpark tonight unless he's selling liquid products.
We got the Headley's crew out there surrounding him. as we know, unless there's a few cold ones on that ice cream truck, he's not going to do too much business.
1 ball, 1 strike to go. Another ground ball at second base. Eric makes the play, flips to second, back to first. It was already 2 out anyway, so. But it was a nice play. It was a nice on the nice on the looked good on the double play. Unfortunately, it was already 2 out. All right, we're moving now to the top of the 4th inning. I've got to change my book again. Okay, I'm all set. Here we go. Paul Satchfield leading off for Barry and Abbott in the top of the 4th. Paul's got 2 singles, scored a couple of runs. If he had a couple of home runs, though, he could be the Molson player of the game. But I think Timmy might even win it in a losing cause here tonight. There's a fly ball to left field. That's a good start for Pizza in that inning to get a quick out.
Key for Pizza here. They need a goose egg on the board.
Paul Duchamp, who must be enjoying this game tonight. 4 innings, 4 at bats. Looks like kind of a B game out here tonight. Guys batting every inning.
Except for a few plays in the field, you could be right.
Paul's got 2 singles and scored a couple of runs. Takes a pitch for a strike. This isn't very. New England has to hold this inning. There's another base hit. So Paul having a good TV game with 3 hits. Oh, John Panalides hitter. John's got a 1 for 2 tonight. Scored a couple of runs. Everybody's hit for Barry and Abbott tonight. Nobody. There are no goose eggs at all on the Barry and Abbott side of the board, and that usually means a pretty good night for you. If everybody's hitting, you're not going to lose too many games. First pitch strike by Rob Portier. Paul will be heading for third. Chances are on any base hit. There's a fly ball to right field. Rob Hansen under it, makes the play. Paul tags up, goes to second. Good throw by Rob. And Rob made a strong throw from where he was in the outfield. Now there are 2 outs.
This is a big hitter here for Pizza. They need this guy.
Because if Brian gets a base hit and Paul will probably score on a base hit, there's 2 outs. That would be the 12-run danger zone here. You need an out. Brian's 2 for 2 tonight. Excuse me, 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs. Pitch for a strike.
Jamie, make sure your mouthpiece is in front of you.
There's a fly ball, and that should be a scoreless inning for Pizza.
That's just what Pizza needed there. That's the scoreless inning they were looking for.
So a good inning for New England Pizza now they got to score some runs though. The goose egg just finished the. Jamie talked about Timmy Reed playing in the D states. We just finished the D states with the Rochester teams though. Except for Truck, not a real good show. Might as well have stayed home, actually.
I think the ice cream truck figured out he didn't have too many tickets
the ice cream truck is leaving. Not like our teams in the state. They left early.
Yep.
Scott Reed leading off here in the bottom of the 4th for Pizza. Scott flied to right his first time. Pizza needs to get maybe 2, maybe 3 this inning to kind of. They want to get the game through the 5th.
That's the key right there. They need to chip away at it.
Get it through the 5th, and then then get at least into the final 2 innings. There's a ball at the plate there. Excuse me, I almost called a strike. I didn't see the ball at the plate. 2 balls, no strikes to Scott. 2-0 pitch for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. There's a line drive base hit. So Scott starts it off with a 4th inning single. So here's a chance here for Pizza. Any opportunity to get more runs here. Mike Mike reached on an error his first time up.
They get a couple more hits here, and their team's gonna be right up for it.
That's a short ball, but TJ's got some room, and he drops the ball.
Error.
But he will have the force at second, and then then Barry and Abbott throws it away. So Scott,
I think Mr. Moe's changed here. He's back with Pizza.
Scott made it to second as the throw was a little bit wide of the bag. So now Pizza with a.
That's all they need right there. That could be the lift that gets some bats woken up for him.
2 on, nobody out. Steve Hudson reached on a fielder's choice his first time. Steve said homered the other night. Unfortunately, the league rules being if you hit 2 home runs, you can't hit another one till the other team hits 2. So the ball has to be kept in the park right now. There's a line drive that should drop for a hit. It does. Scott will round third will score. So that's a big run for Pizza. Paul Berry bobbling the ball
This
slightly.
is just the inning Pizza was looking for here. They could be right back in the game here. A few more hits. We could have ourselves a ball game tonight.
Okay, 16-6 here. Here's Paul Bellabo. Paul grounded a short his first time. If you can see Barry Abbott playing a short fielder as Paul hits a lot of balls in the middle of the field. So Barry Abbott playing a short fielder to give them a chance to maybe take some of those hits away. 1 ball, 1 strike to Paul. Of course, if Dan walks, Paul, the strategy doesn't work very well. There's a pop fly. That's an infield fly rule. Eric makes the play. The infield fly being if you have runners at second and first, less than 2 out if the ball is caught. The play is made. Even if you drop the ball, it's still an out, and the runner at second or first can advance at their own risk. Pitch to Rob Hansen's a strike. Rob grounded to the pitcher his first time up. Pizza can't die at 1 run here. They really need some more production. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners at second and first, 1 out. And the pitch just missing. 2 balls, 1 strike. Obviously, you don't want to walk anyone here. You do not want to give any player a free pass. There's a fly ball, and that could be dangerous. Oh, nice catch by running away by Paul. Mike hustling over to third. So now we have runners at third and first, 2 out, and a big spot here for Scott. Scott to get a hit here.
Scott needs a base hit here. They need to get this guy home from third.
Scott tonight is 1 for 2. He's flied to right center and single.
They get this run home from third here, and it's back to a single-digit game. That could be key for the mental aspect of it.
There's a strike. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. First and third, 2 outs, and that pitch is just deep. 2 balls, 1 strike. Obviously, you don't want to walk Scott here. That would load the bases.
And you got Newt coming up on deck
Jason
here.
would have a chance to drive in 2 with a base hit.
He's more than capable of putting the ball out of this field.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Good pitch, a good comeback pitch by Dan there. And the payoff pitch is hit a ground ball to the right side. Eric boots it. That'll score a run. Steve will stop at second.
That could be a big play there.
Good base running because you
should have been out of the inning there, Barry and Abbott. But
Scott gets a run. Scott gets a run home. Hudson advances to second, and we're getting ourselves back into a little bit better situation here. 16-7 now. Jason's 1 for 2 tonight. He's doubled and lined to short. Obviously another big spot here. As Jamie said, they're back to single digits, but a couple more runs would make it a little bit better for them. And Jason's
that could be the ball they're looking for.
And Paul's got room, and he doesn't make the play. That's going to score 2. Scott with good speed, he'll score. Steve will score.
That's a big hit out of him.
Yep. And they run the ball in, so that's a triple for Jason. And 2 more RBIs. That makes it 16-9. That's a big hit for Newt right there.
I think we got ourselves a ball game here, Curb.
Yeah, we're back in. So it's 16-9. Now, Rob, 40, you can make it. We're going to show a replay of that base hit. As you see, the ball just carrying and carrying.
Kept carrying by over the head.
And Paul just couldn't quite come up with it. Would have been a great catch if Paul could have made it. All right, here's Rob Fortier with a chance to keep the inning alive. Pitch for a strike. So a big inning here for Pizza when it looked like they were in a little bit of trouble. They've now righted the ship here, and there's a fly ball to left field. Paul Berry's got some room, and he makes the play. Well, Pizza did what they wanted. They scored runs. They got 4 that inning. So that cuts it to 16-9.
Macca's Automotive, North Main Street in Rochester, specializes in used trucks in excellent condition, a great variety of sizes and styles, and clean used cars from Florida. No salt or sand for a better look and better performance. Macca's Automotive is well known for full service, 3 bays inside, 2 outside. Quality work at the best rates around. For the best in used cars and trucks, as well as service, it's Macca's Automotive in Rochester.
Okay, we're going now to the top half of the 5th inning. Barry and Abbott leading 16-9 here. TJ Place will lead off. TJ's got 3 hits and a couple of RBIs tonight. This is now a big inning for Barry and Abbott to
come back
and get a couple of runs here. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Once again, New England, the first step that they wanted is that they got to pass the 5th inning.
That's a shot. Scott's got some room, and he makes the play. Scott went back well and made the play, made the catch. One out here in the top of the fifth, and now Paul Berry, the hitter. Paul's got 2 singles and an RBI. But again, a big inning for Pete's, helped along by Berry and Abbott a little bit, a couple of plays, and now suddenly we have a ball. We suddenly are back in business here again. And first pitch for a strike.
After scoring them runs is very important for New England to get back and hold them here. Try to get a couple more.
One ball, one strike. Nice pitch by Rob. Fly ball left field. Newt's got some room, and he makes the play. Now there's 2 outs. That's 4 in a row retired by Rob now, and 5 of the last 6. Rob has got his rhythm back now a little bit. Dan's 1 for 3 tonight, a double and an RBI. A lot of teams, when they get the lead and then the other team starts chipping away, sometimes they start thinking about it a little bit.
How it becomes a head game.
And we're got 2 out now, nobody on. Obviously, the same situation. Pizza wants to try to have a quick inning, and Dan keeps the...
Puts a halt on that one.
It's cuffed around in the outfield. Dan will, booted in the outfield. That was a wrong choice of words.
Cuffed around.
That was a wrong choice of words. Booted around in the outfield. Okay, Dan's at second, 2 out. Here's Eric Waters now.
Eric went yard last time, I believe.
Eric's had 5 RBIs tonight. He's also in the run for the Molson Player of the Game. Another home run here, and I think probably he could clinch it. Eric used to play for New England when they were another incarnation. He played for them. 2 balls, no strikes. And that's...
I don't think that one's going to leave.
No, that's very high. Got a lot of height, as the players like to say. Got a lot of height. That was a good inning for Rob and New England that inning. No runs.
That's an important inning for New England.
Second shutout inning in a row now for Berry and Abbott. So it's now 16. Timmy Reed, who has had the big night for Pizza tonight, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, will lead off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Once again, it's an inning where Pizza just needs to get maybe 2, maybe 3.
A couple more runs and
pitch a little bit. That's an illegal pitch. It was above the 12-foot arc. Called by the umpire. 1 ball, no strikes. Timmy hits another base at the left field.
He's having himself a big game.
Pretty much clinch. He's really working on winning the Molson Player of the Game.
We're going to have to start calling him Mr. Automatic.
That's right. We're going to... Mr. TV. We'll start calling him Mr. TV.
Mr. TV.
Mr. TV.
Replay of it.
That's a replay. That's the replay. Just a solid line drive to left field. That's all you have to do. Hit the ball down and hard. Once again, our fans were disappointed to tell you that Augie Bick will not be able to hit a home run in this game.
I'd like to see it.
He does have 2 singles.
I don't think that one's going to leave.
That one will be a tough play at first.
Oh.
And they won't get him.
Well, the hustle helped Augie there. That was good hustle down the line.
So Augie gets on. We're waiting for an official scorer on that one.
I think I might call that one an error.
Yeah, we got the word.
Even with the blazing speed.
And Augie, that was called by Jamie Doobie an error. So if anyone to blame, it'll be him. All right, here's Gil calling up now. 2 out, 2 on, nobody out. Gil 0 for 2 tonight. Big spot right here, though. You can, as a player, you can be 0 for 2, but if you got to hit your 3rd time up, people tend to forget
about the first 2.
There's Gil with a shot.
There it is, right there.
And Gil again makes us look good on camera by getting a base hit there. We seem to be a hot night as far as the game. We're right on it tonight. Gil with a single and an RBI. And once again, Pizza just working their way back into this game now. Now down 16-10.
If you viewers get a chance, I don't know if you can see it out in left center field. We got a game of horseshoes out there with the Headley's bunch.
We do it all with this field. Here's Scott Reed. Ball 1. You have to have fun at the ballpark. If you don't, you might
That's what it's all about.
Might as well stay home.
That's right.
There's a ground ball. This could be 2.
That's a nice hop.
Brian makes 1 and throws it away at first. Augie scores on the play.
Once again, as a 360 from the first couple innings, Pizza can't seem to do anything wrong now.
Scott's on. That was an error on Brian. That makes it 16-11. Brian, you don't want to see it. You don't want to see yourself make an error on TV. Mike Watsansky.
I don't think he'll be watching the replay on that one.
Mike's reached twice on errors tonight. Mike's found his way. He's found his way to first base, though. Doesn't matter how you get there as long as you do. There's a pitch to the strike. So Pizza back to within 5 now. And Mike with a shot.
That short
Nice
fielder
catch.
pays off.
Yeah, Paul makes the play and just, well, actually, Paul, you could throw it to first.
I think he wants to make the play himself. An unassisted double play.
Paul Stolzenberg will lead off. Paul's 1 for 2 tonight. He's reached on an error as well. Scored a run. I was going to say he scored 2 runs because it seems like everybody in the game has scored 2 runs tonight. But Paul, another guy, like you said, like as I was saying, just a guy who hits the line drive, just solid line drives.
That's all. It's not all about home runs, you know.
That's a fly ball left center field. Scott makes the play.
The big ball always helps, but it's important to get those people on base.
And that's the first time. That's the first time that we've made. That's the first time anybody's made us look bad in this game. Tom Abbott has had a good night. Tom's got a couple of hits, scored a couple of runs. But again, it's Rob has really kind of settled this down a little bit, and New England has worked their way back in. There's a ground ball right back to the mound. Rob will make the play, 2 down. And that was about as far as Augie's ball was hit.
I'll give Augie credit. I think he got down the line a little quicker.
Augie hit his maybe a little bit farther, not by much, but just a tad farther. But as I say,
we'll have to pull out the tape measure on that one.
As Jamie said, Augie reached first, so his looked better. Now there's 2 out. Paul Satchfield's 2 for 3 tonight. Again, quite the comeback here by New England. It looked like the ship was sinking. Somebody must have fixed the rudder because they're all set. There's a fly ball. That maybe another 1-2-3 inning. And Mike Bartzansky makes the catch, and that's another good inning. Third inning in a row with a goose egg on the board. So we go to the bottom of the 6th, and Pizza's right back in the contest at 16-11. It's ball 1 to Steve Hudson. Ball 2 inside. Steve tonight's 1 for 2 with an RBI. Pizza needs a couple more runs though.
This is a big guy for New England. They get this first guy on, and they could be lights out here. They could get themselves right back in the game.
Through John's legs. John and Brian both have.
Once again, New England can't seem to do anything wrong anymore.
Quite a few errors tonight for Barry and Abbott.
Unlike Barry and Abbott too, they're usually a very sound defensive team.
So right now, this is big because the lead man is on. Paul Bellevue up now. Paul's 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded to short. Popped to second. Again, again Barry and Abbott playing the short fielder here. Again, Paul, the guy hits the ball a lot in the middle of the field, so they're going to try to take that away from him.
I don't agree with the short fielder out there. That makes a lot of room for them other 3 outfielders to cover. I think we're having
we're going to have a pinch
runner here.
We're going to have a pinch runner here. Okay, Rob Forty is going to run here for Steve.
I believe it's the last guy to make the out that gets to choose.
Yeah, Steve, maybe an injury here, not wanting to take any chances, so Rob goes in to run for him. Paul Bellevue still at the plate. Usually you send the pinch runner in before the first pitch, but so we got a little behind on the count there because we're checking the. And Jimmy is going to give us the count, but he hasn't given us yet. That pitch for a little deep there. I believe the count's 3 balls, no strikes.
I believe it's 3-1, Kirby.
3-1. That's a strike. And another pitch. Ball 4. So here's Pizza once again.
Come right back at him now.
Making it, without the benefit of a base hit, have a couple of guys on. And Rob Hansen up now. Rob is 0 for 2 tonight, so obviously it would be a good time for Rob to get on the board right here. Pitch for a strike. Barry and Abbott themselves maybe feeling a little tighter now. The game getting a little tighter here. That's the first time tonight I've said the same sentence twice. I knew I'd be due to do that at least once tonight, and I finally got it in the 6th inning of the second game.
I think we can give you a break on that one.
Almost made it through the whole night without doing that. There's a ground ball base hit by Rob.
That's a big hit.
They'll stop Rob at third. Nice hustle.
No, they're going to send him. They're sending him.
Which in dangerous 5 runs down.
Now they're going to move up. Barry and Abbott seems to be falling apart here in the later innings.
They're throwing the ball around and. Okay, Scott's 1 for 2 tonight. He's also reached on an error. There's a ground ball to shortstop. Ryan can't make the play.
The wheels seem to be falling off the wagon for Barry and Abbott here.
They'll stop Rob at third. Good base running move there. Rob was thinking about making a dash with a play, but with nobody out, that probably wouldn't have been a smart play. Now the score 16-13.
New England's already got a couple runs across the board here, and there's still nobody out.
This is the third straight inning. New England's won. Knew it with a chance to get it a little closer. Obviously, you want a base hit. A sac fly would get you one, but you obviously want to get more than that if possible. There's a strike to Newt. Newt's 2 for 3 tonight.
Yeah, I believe last time he had a long ball, and there's another one.
There's another shot in the gap. Hansen will score. Rhodes will stop at third. Now the ball kicked away, and Scott will score. Another miscue by Barry and Abbott.
I think we got us a one-run ball game now, fellas.
That scores 2 runs. Newt getting an RBI. Obviously, he doesn't get the second RBI as the run scored on the error.
I've been in this position many times this season. It's real tough for Barry and Abbott right now. They need to keep their head, keep their focus.
Score 16-15 now. Rob 40 are 1 for 2 with an RBI.
It's important for somebody to make a play here. Stop that train from going off the tracks.
Once again, no one out, so Pete's are keeping the pressure on. That could be a double play. Well, they'll probably only get one there. Brian was deep at short, and they get the one. So they get the field.
It's important out for Barry and Abbott.
It's the fielder's choice. Now there's one out. Now Timmy's up. Tim's 3 for 3 tonight.
Timmy's got himself a couple long balls tonight. I don't think he wants another one here.
16-13 the score.
16-15,
excuse me. I lost the 2 runs. Okay. That's sad, folks. I'm the official scorer in the league, and I don't know the score of the game. That's really sad.
That's okay, Curb. You do a wonderful job for us.
2 balls, no strikes to Tim now. 2-0 pitch. There's a ground ball base hit.
Timmy's just Mr. Automatic tonight.
Tim with that base hit clearly clinched the Molson player of the game with that hit there. 4 for 4 with a couple of home runs. That's a winning. That's a winner right there. That's a 6-pack of Molson right there.
There you go.
And once again, fans, we hate to tell you this, but Augie's going to have to keep it in the park.
I don't think we're going to see that home run tonight by Mr. Beck.
No, we were hoping. We all promised it to our fans, but we're here. But Augie, if you can't hit a home run, you have to blame Tim for it because he hit 2. It's his fault you can't hit any out. That first pitch was a strike. As Augie with a line drive base hit to right field. Probably will, this time they should stop Rob.
That's a solid piece of hitting.
Rob's going to try to score. Here's the throw, and it's not in time.
Augie moves up to second on the play.
That ties the game.
Once again, we didn't get the home run, but we got some timely hitting out of Augie.
Augie, timely hitting, no home runs, but certainly timely hitting. That ties the game. Now Gil can give him the lead here.
We got no choice but to give him a base hit on that one.
Yes, we were going to give you an error on that, Augie, but we have to give you a base hit on that one. All right, here's Gil with a big shot here. The game is tied now. Gil with a shot. Now Gil just wants to hit a line shot somewhere. Fly ball, base hit.
Gil had a solid base hit last time at bat.
Hit the ball hard somewhere right now. That's what they're saying in the dugout probably right now. Hit it hard somewhere, Gil. And that was not...
I don't think that's what they had in mind.
That's not what they wanted. That's not an infield fly, obviously, because the runners are third and second. That's 2 outs. But Scott Reed now has a chance to pick it up. Well,
they need a base. New England needs a base hit here. There's 2 big runners out there in second and third. Could give them the lead.
Fans, it didn't look like 45 minutes ago we'd be in this situation right now, but...
it is softball, and it happens.
Softball, and anything can happen.
That's right.
Scott with a chance now. This is a big at bat for Scott. Give a chance, give his team the lead. Scott 1 for 3 tonight. And Scott hits a fly ball to right center field.
I don't think that's the ball that's going to do it.
And that will be the catch. So, but anyways,
we got ourselves a ball game.
Has tied the game though, with 4 more runs.
As we say in the dugout, it's a whole new ball game.
So after 6 innings of play, it's now Barry and Abbott 16 and Pizza 16. Okay, we're going now to the top half of the 7th inning here. Suddenly a very interesting ball game now, tied at 16. Munson's is probably saying, "My God, we're going to be late starting tonight." Paul Duchamp's 3 for 4 tonight as he leads off here in the top.
I don't think Munson's will mind tonight. It's a gorgeous night for ball.
That's a pitch deep. Well, we know one thing: this will not be a 12-run game. Even if Barry and Abbott could score 12 this inning, Pizza would still get their last at bat. So we're gonna go the route twice tonight, fans. We're gonna go the route twice. 1 ball, 1 strike. And we really can't top the first game. That excellent, outstanding effort by Headley's in the first game. I don't know if we can top that. These teams are trying. There's a ground ball to
Headley's
short.
is a very sound ball club.
And the throw to first in time. Nice play. Nice play by Paul Belleville right there at short. Paul Duchamp with good speed. We have more Pauls in this game than the Vatican, I believe. But
play of that short play.
And we're showing that replay at short. Paul making a nice stop and sets his feet, makes a nice throw.
Once again, there's been some very nice defensive play over at shortstop tonight in both games.
That was another plug for Skip McNally, who sure is enjoying himself in the outfield right now.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
There's a line drive base hit in the left center field. So John, excuse me, John and Brian, John's on here right now.
Skippy's not really that old, but he's one of the old timers. He's been around for a while.
As we mentioned in game 1, anytime you get that runner on in the 7th inning, you have the potential of winning the game. If you can get a run and get runs and hold your opponent. Brian's 3 for 4 tonight. Barry's had plenty of hits tonight. Pete's had plenty. This has been a exciting game for people to watch. There's a ground ball to third. Timmy will have the one at second.
Ooh.
And the throw to first not in time. Nice play by Tim at third. Tim.
New England. I think New England. Somebody woke up New England because they're playing some good ball right now.
Tim's obviously heard about the chance that he has to win. Has a chance to win the most. Oh yeah, replay. That's a nice play by Tim. Tim's obviously heard he has a chance to win the Molson Player of the Game, so he's really picked it up here in the last couple of innings.
I don't think he really knows it yet, but I think he's got it locked up.
Yeah. TJ's 3 for 4 tonight. Though we're not going to count Eric out. If Eric has another at bat and can hit another home run, we'll have a close call for that player of the game.
I think we'll have to flip a coin.
I think Skip McNally might have been the player of the game in game 1. We didn't really vote on it, but I think
I'd give it to him.
Yeah.
As Skip would say, it's a tank.
Yeah, we can give it to him.
Yeah, we'll give Skip the player of the game.
I'll let him going home.
It was very close, though. Jamie Doobie here also was in the running for that award, but being the team player he is, he's going to give it to Skip. That's the kind of guy he is. He's a team player all the way. TJ at the plate now. There's a line drive to short. Nice play by Paul. Paul having a big inning right there, making 2 nice plays in the field.
New England's got a chance to take this ball game now.
New England, 4 straight shutout innings for Barry and Abbott. May come back to haunt them. Is it 16-16 here in the bottom of the 7th?
Play of that one.
Yeah, we're showing a replay of this line drive.
Once again, we're going to see the outstanding shortstop plays
we've had a lot of that
seen tonight.
We've had a lot of that tonight. We don't know who's playing shortstop in game 3, but for months.
Due to the length of the game, we've had to skip ahead to the 9th inning. Due to all of the great defensive plays, which you will see at the end of this game.
We go into the 9th inning, which we didn't imagine ourselves saying this earlier on. We like to thank Pizza for going to the 9th inning. We'll give them a big rousing cheer for getting us into the 9th inning.
They came back hard in this game. They played real well after the first couple innings.
Paul Stolzenberg leading off in the 9th inning. I can't imagine I would have said that tonight, leading off in the 9th. He's 1 for 4 tonight. Pitch for a strike. Obviously, someone has to win this game. Paul with a fly ball to right field. Rob Hansen there to make the play. So 1 out now.
Neither team seems to be able to grab the edge here.
Barry and Abbott has almost gone a full game, folks, without scoring.
Which is very tough to do in slow pitch softball.
Sometimes people would say impossible. Tom Abbott's 2 for 4 tonight. Augie directing traffic. He might not be able to hit a home run for us tonight, but he can still direct traffic in the field. First pitch for a strike.
Augie being a very knowledgeable player of the game.
Has a ground ball shortstop.
Oh, bad hop.
Took the bad hop. That was the infield disaster we had, which we will no longer talk about.
No.
But anyone who was at the ballpark knows what we're talking about. Paul Satchfield now is at the plate. Paul's got a 2 for 4 night. Sean Hogan will go in the game now to run for Tom Abbott. Get a little more speed on the bases now for Barry and Abbott. Say Paul, as I mentioned, Paul's 2 for 4 tonight. First pitch, line drive, base hit. Oh, geez, that was a knock Rob right off his feet. Hogan on his way to third, he'll make it.
As the pinch runner pays off for Barry Abbott here.
Almost took Rob's glove off on that.
Rob's had a tough night out there on the pitcher's mound.
Rob's had a few hit back.
A few scares.
And now we have Barry Abbott. And once again, the announce group probably is jinx New England because they said Barry Abbott hadn't scored, and now suddenly a first and third one out. Paul Ducharme, the hitter.
Doesn't it seem to always happen that way?
It does. We shouldn't say anything. Paul 3 for 5 tonight. Ball again inside. 2 balls, no strikes. John on deck now. John Pandelides with. So we may be looking at a bases loaded situation if Rob can't throw a strike here. 3-0. And that's away, ball 4. So John will be up with the bases loaded. So bases loaded, and John and Brian have a chance here to.
That walk may not have hurt New England as much as it seemed. So now there's a force at any bag.
John here, a guy who usually gets the ball out of the infield most of the time, needs a base hit here. Sack fly would give him the lead, but you might want to try to get a couple out of this. Rob obviously can't afford a walk here. The bases are loaded. There's a fly ball.
There's a short fly ball.
That's going to be in there.
When you're playing that deep, that's a tough ball to get to.
New England kicks it around a bit. Hogan and Satchfield both score, and that gives them an 18-16 lead. RBI single for John. 2 more runs scoring.
New England needs to gather themselves here and get these couple last outs.
Again, the ball, not much you can do on that. If you play too shallow, the ball can get over your head. If you play too deep, then the ball can be dropped in front of you. It's a tough situation.
That's all a line drive in the book, though, right, Curb?
Yep, 18-16. There's a chance for 2. Oh, Steve off the bag at first. They do get the lead. They do get the force. Now there's 2 down. Fans knew that, but in case they didn't, it is B&A playing. Ball 1 to TJ. TJ obviously likes with a chance right here to really widen this out a little bit. There's a strike. And of course, if TJ makes an out, it might help the scorer because he'll just barely be able to get all his, without having to change the page. So TJ, we don't usually root against people trying to get a hit, but if you do make an out, it would be nice if the scorer wouldn't have to change his page. 2-1 pitch just deep, a little outside actually. 3 balls, 1 strike. Paul Berry on deck. 3-1 pitch inside, ball 4. So TJ is on.
Paul Berry steps up in a pretty big situation here.
Now the base is loaded. 2 out. This isn't bad for Pizza. If they can get an out here, they only give up 2. But at this point,
they get a base hit here, and it's going to take a lot of the wind out of their sails.
It's a 4-run game with a base hit. Paul Berry at the plate now, 2 out. First pitch misses, ball 1. Paul tonight 2 for 5 on the evening. And it's hard to believe, but it's really true. Another ground ball is short. Paul should be able to get the force at second. He does, and that ends the inning. So, but Barry and Abbott finally get a couple of runs. It's been a dry spell for them. They get 2 in the top of the 9th. Reed leading off here in the bottom of the 9th. Tim having a perfect night at the plate. Well, thank you. Now you just jinxed. Thank you. Now you just jinxed Tim's last at bat.
I don't think.
I'm having a bad night doing this tonight. Ball 2 now. 2 balls, no
Tim
strikes.
looking for a good ball. He had to hit somewhere in the infield as a rope.
We don't know if we're going to call Tim Mr. TV here if he gets a base hit here. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's going to be a fly ball.
That goes down as an out, but it's still another well-hit ball by Tim. Ball.
1 out now here in the bottom of the 9th.
I think he's still got the Molson player of the game locked up.
Yeah, he does.
Augie with another chance here to
Augie 3 for 4 tonight.
Show off his stellar bat.
He's 3 for 4. We can blame you now. We'll blame the color man that you're not 4 for 4 tonight, but you have to talk it over with him.
You got to hit the ball in the sleeve to get it in.
There's a fly ball to right field. Maybe a play for TJ. No, nice try by TJ.
Augie gets another life here.
Pizza needs a base runner. Pizza does not hit a home run, however, so they need to get 4 or 5 hits because they cannot hit as you can only hit 2 home runs in the C division until the other team hits 2 as well, and then you can go 1 up. So right now, Pizza cannot hit a home run. So they need base hits. So Augie needs to get on here, get it rolling here a little bit. And there's a fly ball to right field. And TJ has some room, and he makes the play. 2 out here in the bottom of the 9th. That'll bring up Gil Cole, and he's 1 for 4 tonight.
As we mentioned, there's 2 outs here, but this is a slow pitch softball game, and anything is possible.
Rob Fortier coaching third, trying to fire the troops up for one more run at it. And Gilly does keep it alive.
Not looking for any walks here. He's up there to swing the bat.
Let's keep it alive with a 2-out single. And now Pizza's still alive. Obviously, till the 3rd out's made, you're still alive. Scott Reed up now. Scott 1 for 4, tonight.
If Scott can hit a gap here somewhere, it'll give
Mike another shot at
Mike another chance to get up here with a big hit.
Scott has some power to all fields. There's a line drive to right field, and TJ makes the play to win the game.
It's a nice play.
Great play by TJ to win the game. No runs in the bottom of the 9th for Pizza. So the final score in 9 innings, Berrien Abbott 18 and Pizza 16.
Showtime.
Yeah, he came up with it. It was hard to tell without the replay on the first shot.